Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Make sure you watch the episode before watching this video because we will be giving details of the show. So make sure you watch the episode first. Hi, y'all. I'm Ivy.
And I'm Yak.
And welcome to another episode of Show Realm. In today's episode, we'll be giving y'all a couple thoughts about the new hit series Bel-Air.
Damn! Jeffrey Thompson, house manager.
Will!
Oh, Viv! 10 years is a long time.
Let me show you around.
Where them dimes at?
Hillary! Will! Let's go find you something fit for a prince.
What do you think?
But before we get started, grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and relax your body.
Clear your mind.
Open your soul, forget everything you got going on at home, at work.
All that.
Forget all that and come vibe with us. Welcome to our realm. Alright, y'all, now that we pulled up, let's get into the video. So, the show Bel-Air is basically a spinoff from the 90s hit show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Hey, who turned out the lights?
Yeah, definitely one of my favorite ones growing up.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was my favorite show, but it definitely was a show that I watched sporadically. Like, if it was on, I definitely was going to watch it, so.
Yeah, so when I heard that it was actually coming back as like a spinoff, you know, when they be coming in with these new shows, old shows that they done spun back.
It don't always turn out the best.
Nah, they don't. So I really wanted to see the dynamic. Really, I was gonna give it one episode. If it ain't,
Wow.
yeah, if it didn't grab me from the beginning, we was gonna have a problem.
Well, we're kind of late to the train. I've been seeing a little hype about it, and you know, people seem like they really enjoyed it. So I was like, okay, let's check it out. So the first thought that we have is, what was our favorite moment from this episode?
Okay.
So my favorite moment, I know it may seem small, but I don't know, it was a little nostalgic. Basically, seeing Jazz.
This time we'll try to make you forget who you are and where you came from. Don't let it do that.
Seeing Jazz, I feel like at the moment he lightened the mood because, you know, a lot of stuff was going on. Will had just left Philly and had to go to Bel-Air, so he wasn't happy. And then the circumstances really wasn't good. So I feel like Jazz gave that light energy and he was funny, just like the Jazz from the Fresh Prince.
And they brought it back different. They didn't have it like he was his homeboy from away. He kind of met him out there. So
yeah.
I kind of like how they twisted that up because I was like, is that Jazz? And you was like, I don't know. I was thinking maybe it might just be the taxi driver. Turned out to be both of them. So yeah, I was definitely liking that. That's a good little favorite thought. Well, my favorite thought, yeah, you got to watch our other videos, Battle Realms.
Oh.
Seeing Easy. Oh yeah, Rashad.
Yeah. Now you came on my strip on that rah-rah shit, thinking you born to court. Now you gotta prove it.
Proving's what I do, Rashad. Put something on it.
I got some throwaway bread. So here's what we about to do. You two versus Darnell and Rod. You win, I break you off 2,000. You lose, you work for me.
Yeah, Rashad.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him his name. But yeah, seeing him, I'm a big fan of him. So watching how he react and knowing him from battle rap, I thought he played the part well.
Yeah, he really did.
So yeah, that was my favorite moment.
That was your favorite moment, just seeing Rashad?
Yeah, that was my favorite moment.
Oh, okay. So that goes into our next thought, which is, who was the biggest threat in this episode? I'm gonna let you go first.
So yeah, my biggest threat following what I just said, Rashad again.
Yeah, I got eyes everywhere, boy.
I like the fact when he had him down, he basically told him, I got eyes everywhere.
Yeah.
So
you was happy to see him.
Yeah, I was happy
but
to
he
see
was the
him.
biggest threat.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
I go for the bad guy sometime. So, what about you?
So my biggest threat might be a little cliche. But I feel like it's Will.
Simple. Be patient. Give this a real chance.
I feel like he's his own biggest threat.
Okay,
He
I
fighting
got
with
you.
himself. You know, he fighting with, of course, adjusting. He fighting with a lot that's going on. So I feel like he's becoming a threat to himself, you know?
The deep psychological look into it.
But yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I see how he could. I mean, he over there and he like in a whole new area, and you could tell he feel like a sore thumb out there. So
yeah,
he really want to get back.
Yeah, and still thinking about what happened.
Trying to talk about clear things up.
Yeah, and then it's like he out there because of them. You know, he's basically free because of them. So, you know, he kind of owe them in a way. And I don't think he liked that either. So he's just battling a lot right now.
So the next thought is going to be our biggest mistake.
Yeah.
So what you got?
There was a lot of them.
Yeah, there was.
So this mistake could have stopped a lot of problems. And I feel like going play basketball.
You were talking like he run West Philly. Who cares? Haters gonna hate, bro. You ain't got nothing to prove. I gotta prove it to myself.
Going to the court to play basketball against Rashad's team in the first place.
He punked him.
He didn't really necessarily punk them. It was just like he was just talking crap. And it seemed like it was common because they were like, oh, that's blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you're going to get him to drive you over there to play. You know you can beat him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but that's just the maturity of him. Like, he's younger, you know. So he's like, you know, I run this city. Mind you, older people, who cares who runs the city? You know, like, that's younger stuff. So he's just like, you know, I run this city. I got to go prove I run this city. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I feel like that could have just been avoided. Like, they didn't have to go play basketball. And his friend didn't even want to go in the first place. So it was just like,
only man got is respect.
Yeah, we see where that got him.
Well, piggybacking off of that, I guess if your mistake don't happen, mine don't happen. But you know what my pet peeve is.
You better use it.
Do not pull out a gun if you're not gonna. I don't even understand why he even like pulled out the gun.
Not
like
me
I
either.
understand why he pulled out the gun to clear everybody out the way.
Yeah,
but then he
but
just
then
gonna
he
go
pulled it
just
out
put it
again.
out on Rashad. I'm like, okay, why?
Exactly.
And Rashad, he was so unbothered. He was.
It was just like, you better
he was
use
like,
it.
you better use it. So.
And he didn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, even though we didn't want him to. Like, I didn't want him to in a way because I don't want him to freaking, you know, get a murder charge. But at the same time, it's just like, you got yourself into this predicament because you went to that basketball court, you know. And like I said, I feel like it was a lose-lose situation because I feel like he knew he was going to be mad if he won.
But is that you looking at it in hindsight?
No. That's not even hindsight because, like I said, I felt like they knew who he was anyway.
Yeah, they know he was running that side of the street, but still, as a man, you ain't just gonna sit there and just be like, "This my city, this my."
As a man,
yeah,
he's still a little boy. What is? I guess
you still gotta stand on your 10. I think he did right by going to the court.
So you think?
Because that's his way to beat him. He can't beat him out in the street game. That's not his thing. So he said, okay, you're gonna actually call me out on my. This is my chessboard. You coming to my chessboard now.
It's not really. So you felt like him going there was fine, but all that happened afterwards shouldn't have happened.
I don't feel like it shouldn't have happened. I feel like, okay, he got him off of him. He fired off in the air. I'm not a fan of shooting in the clouds, but hey, it got his boy straight.
Okay.
But then what did you say when we was in the middle of watching it? Why don't he just go?
Yeah, I was just like, just run, like go. So I guess
I see where you're coming from though, but I see where he came from too.
Yeah.
So all right, that leads us to our final thoughts for this episode. And what you got?
Honestly, I don't have too much. I kind of just have like, it was basically the backstory of Will Smith. Basically the backstory of how he ended up in Bel-Air, everything that he was going through, how the people treated him, So I feel like, I don't remember, but technically from the Fresh Prince, I don't feel like we got that whole backstory. We kind of just got something happen in Philly and now he's in Bel-Air. So it was nice to actually see, actually get some visual to what really happened and kind of walk us through how he felt. So that's basically the basis of the episode. Getting to see all the characters, Hillary, Ashley, kind of see what they're going through, see Phil, Viv, Unviv, so kind of just that nostalgia.
That's kind of like me piggybacking off of that, but mine's a little deeper. Like, I'm looking at it like, the shit was crazy. You got Carlton snorting Xannies. You got Hillary, an influencer, and she even cook. That's what threw me off. I was like, she ain't lift a finger in the other one. I'm telling you, I was like a fanatic.
Carlton threw me off.
Yeah, Lisa being a whole pass along. I was like,
my gosh.
Oh man.
I was like, what?
But me growing up and like seeing the elevation and the dynamics of everybody, I was like, okay, I think I can watch this. This one straight. It give me more to see for the next episode.
Yeah, but I don't see the growth of Carlton. In this, he seemed more dark.
Right, just like I said.
in the Fresh Prince, even though he had his little jealousy and stuff, but he was more funny, I guess, because it was a comedy.
Man, but this one lit though.
It is.
He on a different type of time.
I'm like, who's this? We was like, wait, that's Carlton? Like, what? So
yeah, it's gonna be a little bit different. We see.
Yeah, so that's good because it still has some of the same elements, of course, the same people, but it's different. So, all right, y'all. So that's all we have for this video. Let us know what y'all thought. Answer the questions that we answered down in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and come back and get this fire content.